One update to rule them all. One update to find them. One update to bring them all. And in the darkness bind them. Sounds a bit biblical, but is actually the wording Reiza used to, get the newest AMS2 physics update across. Let's see how good it really is, and check it out right after the intro. Once again, it's Wednesday, my dudes. I hope you're ready for next Overtake stream. Why am I singing? I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit excited to test the new update of I can speak. Welcome back to Overtake.gg. Jesus. Automobilista 2. Damn. Was stuck in my throat. Welcome back, guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful Wednesday so far. After that, bigger physics updates will come every 6 months or so. Yes, that's at least what I told us. And there will be more improvements with 1.4 that will drop at the end of July. So this bigger physics update isn't even done yet or finished yet. Let's say it rather like that. But apparently a lot has changed with this new update, and I'm really curious to see if it really feels that great as they're praising it in their newest blog post or developer. Why can't I talk today? What's wrong with me? Development update. Jesus. I just thought it was so funny and crazy that they labeled it Physics Overhaul, the one to rule them all. So for certain one of them was watching Lord of the Rings the day before. And moin Ash, moin Yeet, you bought it on sale, feels like a robbery. How much did you pay? Well, I think, yes, it's on the Steam summer sale and dirt cheap at the moment. So I still think it's one of the best sims we have. Maybe it's not as polished as others. And the lack of online features is a little bit of a problem with AMS2. But hey, at least you can play with your friends online. That's something ACC and AC can't do for you if you're not into hosting servers on your PC. Getting port forwarding ready on your router. So, some online features. Let's say it like that. And hi, Raf. The one and only Raphael. It's not there for all cars. It's what I mean with that. Yeah, I know. Only the cars with slicks have it yet. That's true. They're yet to fix the wet tires in all weather. Alright. On the ever-expanding to-do list. Yeah, they were promising like an fully fledged online ranking system by the end of 2020. We're still waiting. They got a system in place, but it's basically the same system we already had in Project Cars Tour, I think. So, yeah, not really that great. On a scale of 1 to Joe, how aggressive will the Snuggles be today? No Snuggles, only Schnackle. That's not the same as Snuggles. So if you snuggle someone, it's like hugging and rubbing, right? That's snuggling with somebody. But I'm not talking about snuggle, I'm talking about Schnackle. That's S-C-H. That's the German letters for sh, for the sound sh. And then Schnackle. N-A-C-K-E-L. E-L. Pardon. Schnackle. It's like when... It's like this sound. Basically. Don't know if you could hear it even. Yeah, Max got it right. The only thing you could discuss there is if you need the E or not. You could write it without the E. Like Schnaggle. That's maybe something you can do. Schnappy? No, not Schnappy. (1971) Spa Nürburgring. But there are already some vintage versions of Spa Nürburgring in the game, right? And moin, Nicholas. I think there's a 2005 version in AMS2 of Spa. I'm not sure. We want Pikes Peak and motorbikes. And I want to win $100 million on my bank account by tomorrow, please. That's not how DLC works. What do you think about AMS2? Yeah, I like AMS2. It's not the most polished game. So I think there are better simulations out there, but I think it's alright. You can do a lot of really cool stuff in the sim that you can't find anywhere else. 90s version of Spa. Moin, Mark. Spa only is down to 1993. They will get the new layout and 1971 layouts. Yeah, the new layout is really cool, but it hasn't changed a whole lot compared to the old one, so I don't think it's really necessary to update already. The only thing that really changed is that there isn't that much space any longer in some of the turns, like turn 1 and no name and stuff like that. Cordoba is a fun track. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, there was an R-Factor 2 update as well yesterday. But I'm not so deep into R-Factor 2. Not the biggest fan, to be honest. Nürburgring also will get a revamp. Modern Nordschleife. Really can't tell if there's any difference to the current version of AMS2 in the modern layout. Haven't driven the Nordschleife yet in real life. Have to drive the stock car Brazil. One of your favorite cars so far. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I actually, to get everything up and running again, because I'm not playing Automobilista 2 on a weekly basis, to get everything up and running again, I tested with the Stock Car Brazil 2022 and I was a bit disappointed. But let's have a look at the development update first. Here it is. I hope you can read it. Can I make this bigger? No, I don't think so. It's a little bit... It's too small for you guys, isn't it? Or can you read it? Can you guys read it, or is it too small? But what I wanted to show you is basically that they are posting their development updates on Steam all the time. You can read everything that happened with the latest updates and what they are planning to do. And with their latest update, which is 1.3.8.2, is now live. They brought us the Argentinian track pack, which are 3 tracks: Buenos Aires, Cordoba, and Termas Rio Hondo. I know my Spanish is great. So 3 tracks from Argentina, which they wanted to do a real Argentinian DLC, basically, with even racing series. So like racing series, like different cars as well, to go alongside with the tracks. But they ran into some licensing issues, didn't get the license in time. Or let's say they're still waiting to finish up the licensing process, so they decided to release the new tracks because they were almost done. So they finished them up, polished them, and now released them. And we will have to wait for the new for the new cars a little bit longer, which is okay, I would say. Joe never done Touristenfahrt in Nürburgring. No, I don't. I was at the parking lot once. That's the closest I got to the Nordschleife yet. AMS2 is on sale right now. Should I get it? Do you like Simracing, Melvin? Then subscribe to overtake.gg. No, I mean, yeah, why not? It's fun. So there are some really cool tracks added. We will have a look at them later on today. And then they say Physics Overhaul, the one to rule them all. Excuse me? To rule them all? You mean like ruling all the sims or only your own? And yeah, they're basically talking about the process behind working with the Madness engine from Slightly Mad Studios, and their process of learning what they already knew from AMS1 and the Easy Motor engine, and translating that basically to Madness engine, and learning about all those complex tire stuff they can do now, and that they think they got better and better and better up until to the point where they released the F Ultimate Gen 2, this new Formula 1 car representing the new regulations, which came last update. And they found out even again something new that they feel Erica should profit from, and they started to work on all the cars that are in the game, get those features they discovered onto them as well. And with this new update, all cars with slicks have this new feature, basically all those new physics updates unlocked. And with version 1.4 that will drop at the end of this month, every car will have it, and every tire in the game will have it. Until then, all cars with slicks have it, which is all we need for today, I would say. And when we scroll a little bit up, we'll see all the car that got revised physics. So Group A, the Pro Car, Sprint Race, F Retro Gen 3. What else is cool there? Caterham Academy, cool. F3, perfect. Formula Trainer, both models, and the Formula V as well. So a lot of stuff happened. And all the other cars also got some small tweaks to their tires, which should be nice. So let's have a look at that today. How it turned out. Get all the sims. You appreciate the attempt. Yeah, I was trained to do jokes like that. I'm not allowed to do normal jokes. I'm only allowed to do jokes when subbing to Overtake.gg is involved. Like with this joke I just did now. And yeah, Melvin, get all the sims. So what I'm really looking forward to is this update to the damage model. Just look at those screenshots. There was another one. Where is it? There were two. Oh, this one is the other one. I think it looks dope. Maybe not as detailed as in iRacing, but is it already in the game? Can confirm that. Sub now. Champion joke. That's my name, Peter. Still within the realms of physics developments, another area we've been doing extensive work is on advanced damage modeling, covering driveline, tires, suspension, and bodywork to finish first. First you must finish, as the old saying goes. So the last updates already had some builds with enhanced gearbox and clutch damage modeling. Okay. But I don't know if it's fully implemented yet. The damage model is in the game. Okay, nice. You can conform with your extended testing. Yeah, then let's test it again with all the guys in the chat today. So if you're excited to see what the new update holds, leave a like on the stream. And of course, subscribe to the channel. I'm saying it like 50 times now. And it's your guys' fault, not mine. The FFB seems to vary quite a lot depending on some settings. Yeah, I'm also struggling with some cars and their FFB, really. So some are really great and others are not so great, and it's so inconsistent. Just drive over the limits. It's easy to test the damage model afterwards. Yeah, I'm always driving at the limit because I'm such a great sim racer, you know. Do you use custom FFB, Joe? I used it in the past, but with the recent updates I switched to default plus because it's actually quite okay. But there are good custom FFBs out there, so you should definitely check them out and see if you like them. Yeah, I have custom wheel. I can show you. There we are. I have custom wheel because the Moza is actually not in the list of wheels. And one really funny thing, I don't know if you can see it. If I have the wheel in the default position, it will start to shiver. Is that the right word for it? It's shivering. It's not cold today, Moza wheel. What are you doing? It's like 30 degrees outside. Get a grip. I have to open my third eye. Yeah. That's how that works. You have to open your third eye to be a better racer. Ah! Vibrating. Yeah, it's not really vibrating. It's just, it's trying to go to the default position. And it's doing it with force. And the force is always pushing it a little bit to the other side, and then it detects, oh, I'm not straight, I have to go on the other side. Oh, I'm not straight, I have to go on the other side. And then it's starting to slowly shiver. If I have it a little bit to the side, nothing happens. Crazy wheel settings. All right. There we are. Sort by country, Argentina. And there we have the new tracks. And it's not like, hey, we got 3 tracks, enjoy. Like with ACC, basically. No, it's all different kinds of layouts for them. So we have Buenos Aires. The beautiful sky, I think it means. But I'm not sure. Maybe not. I'm stupid. Sorry, guys. And they got Circuito Numero 12. Sorry, I don't know what 12 is on Spanish. Which basically means this is only the outside of the track. Really long straightaways. Here's a little bit of a hairpin and some chicane stuff happening. This is the full layout. This has number 6 with the chicane. 17 turns, 15 turns, 8 turns. So a lot of layouts for that one. Also basically the oval configuration. Another layout with 9 turns. So you can decide however you want to race on this circuit. 11 turns. Looks like old Hockenheim, yeah, but it's much shorter. It's only like 4 or 5 kilometers. It's not that long of a track. Next up is Cordoba, which has a really short layout, only 2.6 kilometers, 11 turns, longer one, 13 turns, and then this layout, which is only the outside of the track, 7 turns. And Termas de Rio Hondo, which looks interesting, I think. Only comes with this one layout, but as you can see, there are no other layouts possible to drive. So I would say let's start from the top and go with Buenos Aires first. Maybe one of the more interesting layouts like this one. I think that's nice. And maybe let's start with the stock car. Which one is the stock car 2022? This one, right? Yeah. Let's go with the Toyota livery select. Oh, that's already the best livery, or is it? Oh, this one looks nice as well. Most of them look quite good. To be honest with you guys, I like this one. Last Cordoba layout looks like Brands Hatch Indie. Really? I have to check that. Yeah, a bit. You're right. Brands Hatch Indie on the other side of the world. Okay, let's go. Oh, didn't change the car. Give me the livery I want. Yes, yes. Let's go. Be prepared to be careful on throttle. I'm always careful on throttle, Mark. I'm never spinning uncontrollably on throttle. Never happened to me before. You know how it works. Alright, are you guys ready for the revolution of physics? And me poorly transcribing what I feel. Alright, do you have any setup wishes? Is there something I should change in the setup? What would you guys change? Because I think that's one of the weakest points of AMS2. Not in terms of explaining what everything does. They are great with doing that, but it's like, yeah, I know what most of the settings do. I'm actually quite invested in making setups or grading setups myself, but the overview is so bad. It's... I hate it. I hate it so much. Like... Where's the... Like, okay, rear downforce is on 7. So, to find out if that's really much or not, I have to first check out what's the maximum I can go. 9. Alright, so there's a lot of downforce on this car. Lower the rear a bit. You mean like, right height? Can I do that? Fuel map, fuel. gears, differential, suspension, rear center, rear right, roll bars, toe in, bump stop, spring rate. Where is it? Can't find it. Is it under chassis? No. Brakes. The suspension, caster. Oh, right height. There we go. Right height. A little bit down on the rear. Maybe 270? It came out in March 2020. Yeah, the version 1.0. Diff power angle is usually lower, stiffer in AMS2 than other sims. Like... Yeah, I can't change anything other than the differential, right? Yeah, it's a differential clutch. Preload is on 90. I don't think that's really low, is it? For a car like that, 90 is not that low. Pavel, chill. I don't have to catch a train today. I have time, Mr. Beer. And now Prost. But yeah, let's go. Let's drive. Let's see. A lot of wheel spin. So the biggest problem I normally have with AMS2 is like with the brakes. I really have no feeling over when tires are locking. And sharp corners as well. Yeah, some oversteer. It's definitely drivable. Ugh. But not like I'm feeling right at home. Pretty understeery default setups. Yeah, maybe with some setup love, you can get the car to rotate a little bit more. Track is... Yeah, it's one of those really basic Argentinian or South American tracks with a lot of interesting corners. You would need a really stiff setup to get through those a bit quicker. Like really stiff roll bars in the front. No chicane for us here. Some elevation changes, not a whole lot. And even after one lap, I already can tell you this won't be my favorite track. Or in AMS2, by no means. Such a boring track, wow. Really nothing going on than just really sharp corners. Whee! A lot of oversteer. Yeah, the differential, maybe you can go a bit more locked. As you can see, it's really difficult for me to judge my braking. I don't know when I'm braking too much or whatnot. Or how much I can brake while steering. I always have the feeling like the game doesn't like that at all. I'm still misjudging the amounts of grip I have. That's crazy. It's Buenos Aires. Track is Buenos Aires. Layout number 6. Really sharp turn here. so much oversteer without even touching the accelerator. Number 5? I'm pretty sure it was number 6. But I could be wrong. Oh, I was right. So yeah, not going to fall in love with the track or the car. It's just... What is happening with my rear? The physics update to rule them all. The physics update to crawl into my nightmares, maybe. So I can feel what the car is doing, but it's not... I'm not feeling connected with the car, if you know what I mean. I can feel understeer, I can feel oversteer. Especially if the rear is doing stuff, I can feel that. But I don't feel like I have any control whatsoever of what the car's actually doing in a turn. Brakes are locking up too easy in general. Yeah, the thing with locking up is not that the brake bias... Maybe the brake bias is too far to the front. Yeah, that definitely could be the case. Especially with this car. But it's always like, I don't... What did I do wrong? I don't feel it. I can't tell you why I just spun. And that's the problem. Pretty much the same handling than Project Cars 2, right? No, it's not the same. In Project Cars 2, the car is always just sliding around. It's like you have control of the car, but the track surface is ice. And AMS2 fixed that, but with some cars you just don't understand what the car actually is doing. Set legacy head movement in the menu. Is that here? On the camera? Movement. Head movement. Use legacy head movement. Yes. Is that better? What does it do? Legacy head movement. Is it like now my head is moving through the turn, or will I get dizzy now from driving? But you're right, that's better. It's not so stiff anymore. Now the car is ice. Yeah, basically. So what I can already promise you is that if I choose the F3 or one of the prototypes in the game, I will feel much more comfortable than with any GT car. That's always my issue with the GT cars. I'm not hitting the accelerator like an elephant. And I'm not braking like an idiot either. The car is just so resilient of listening to what I wanted to do. It's a stock car, yeah. It has to be feisty. It should be like that, but just look at that. I'm touching the brakes just a little while I'm steering into the turn, and the rear is just going nuts. That's not how cars behave. Sorry, but no. Really don't like the car. Set the value quite low too. You will feel more connected. Can do that. I really don't know why Mark really loves the stock car. Yeah, so visual FX, was it here? No, it was on the camera movement. The legacy head movement. And then what should I put down? Like head movement? Peter? See a few messages above. Oh, you guys are sending so many messages. So you would say it's it has to do with my FFB settings, but what should I change? Head movement. All right. Low setting like 40 or 30? 25? Let's see. I can show you guys my controls. These are my force feedback settings at the moment. Do you have FX on? Yeah, I do. On 20. Set all settings 0 for G-force. Guys are crazy. This is going to transform my experience forever. So you're saying head movement like to 15. All right. And all the G-force stuff to 0. $15 to $20 works for you. Okay, all right. So let's have it at 15. Then maybe let's go for the G-force stuff to 0. Come on, David. 0. 0. Let's try it out. Roberto seems to know what he's talking about, so yeah. Maybe that's something you guys out there who are new to AMS2 can copy as well. So, what are your guys' advices for force feedback? Is there anything I should change to get more feeling? Yeah, I know I could go for a custom force feedback file, but I don't want to do that now on the stream. Because I really feel disconnected to some of the cars at least. R-Factor, yeah. That's a good preset, that's right. Low force boost, reducing. Yeah, you're right. I have a DD wheel now, should turn low force boost off. FX to 15, okay. Let's see. Let's check out the second track. Which will be not Buenos Aires, but where is it? Cordoba. Cordoba number 4. Yeah, let's go for Cordoba number 4. And let's check out one of my favorites that got the physics update. The F3. Where is it here? F3 Brazil. Let's go. Livery select. This one is nice. Let's go. There's a FFB boost in the individual Z-car settings menu. Right? Yeah. With the gain, that's not the problem. Gain is fine. Push the gas a little bit when hitting the brakes. That doesn't sound right. Oh, I already pressed start, right? No, I did not. Never ever hit 100% the brakes. Yeah, I'm not doing that. A lot of damping was removed from the FFB. You mean like with custom force feedback files? Okay, let's check out the second track. Cordoba. This already feels so much better. Don't care for speed limit. Not in training mode. Am I going the right way? What? Or did I just skip half of the track? Eh. Car's bouncing so much now. It's almost like I have porpoising. Yeah, easy lockup. That time invalidated, alright. Brake pressure first. Do you really mean like 75%? But that's so unrealistic. Horizon is bouncing. Camera. Movement. High speed shake off. Use legacy head movement. Show helmet. Yes. Helmet leaning. Oh, so much to set up. Bounce around with the car now. You can raise the head movement value. All right. Okay. Then let's raise it a bit again to 25. Okay, let's go back to the pits. Edit setup. Okay, it's not here. Advance it up. Where's the braking pressure? Braking pressure, 90%. It says 75. Brake bias more to the rear. What about the roll bars? Downforce is really up there. A bit softer. Let's see. Yeah, I know that, Roberto. I have the seating position. That's not the issue. I have it here. I change the seating position like this. Really bumpy track, of course. Have to say. Super bumpy track. But if you really have to change the braking pressure at every start or save a default setup or something like that, then why are they not changing the default setups? Why aren't they working on that? If that's a known issue. It's still really bouncy, wow. Are you liking the new physics? I don't think the physics are particularly new. It's more like they discovered something they had done with every car and now rolling it out to every car. But yeah, the game is getting there, definitely. So the F3 car is really easy to control. They changed them already for some cars, okay. Can't get the car into the tight turn. You keep driving the TC layout. Yeah, but why is it even possible to drive the wrong layout? How can that be? Jesus. That's the thing with Automobilista too. It's a great game, but they're doing so often things half-assed. So do I have to turn right or not? It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. How should I know? I've never driven the track. So this is now after the long straight. Where do I have to turn? Somewhere else. To go straight or... I can't see the map. I'm sorry. Oh, I have to go this way. All right. I can't see the map because of the chat. Chat is in front of it, as you can see. But still, that's not really a good solution. Why not just put some cones or stuff like that on top of on the road, so you know that's not the way to go. So slimy. Yeah, they should put some cones there. The track lines, yeah, but that's not realistic either. Putting on the racing line to see where the track is actually going. For me, it's still too bouncy, really. It's like, has to do with the track, of course. Really bouncy track surface. But driving the F3 is alright. Not half bad. Feels at least like driving a car. Yeah, they have some cones there, but not really signaling where you need to go. Wah. Oh, that's a really tight turn. Didn't see that one coming. Driving on grass. No force feedback. Spinning all the way. Do I have a better feeling for the car? Maybe, I don't know. I think a bit, at least. All movements to 0. You mean like the G-forces? Already did that. Let's get it tucked in. All right. A little bit too much curving for my liking. Now stay on the right. Brake. Really tight corners, slow ones. That's so typical for South American tracks, to circle around so much that you get dizzy. Head movement to 0 makes it less bouncy, really? So the guys told me it makes it more bouncy. Yeah, I guess I had enough of that track as well. Much better than Buenos Aires, in my opinion. But still, typical South American track. A lot of really tight corners. A lot of circling around. Not a lot of elevation changes. So it's like, yeah, a long straight. And then this is the passage that goes like left, right in those really sharp turns. It's all right. Head movement to 0 will keep the camera more fixated to the car. Yeah, but the track was really bumpy. That's the thing. GT1 car next. Yeah, on a Argentinian track with 3 kilometers. 4.8. Not really a track for a GT1 car, you think? Maybe one of those, Ginetta or the Puma. Puma. Maybe the Puma. I think it's Puma sounds just better. Try the sprint car. Which one's the sprint car? What's it called? Sprint car. This one. Sprint race. Rio Hondo is the MotoGP track. Nice. It's almost like a Tivka track. Is it a good or a bad thing? That's the question. So I think you meant this car, right? Yes? Yeah, why not? Let's test it out. Should have the new physics enabled. Red and white. Always. Good combination. Let's see. So if that's the MotoGP track, should be more of a higher class racing track than the others. Maybe that's a B type circuit, while the others are like C. But not sure. Can check that out afterwards. That's one of the cool features, I think, from Automobilista 2. So you can see the grading of the tracks in the menu. Can load that up. All right. So I learned advanced setup, that I have to lower the braking pressure to 75. So crazy. There are things you have to change. 14, really? Jesus. So I don't know. 14 in the front and 2 in the back doesn't seem like a good plan to me. It's like moving like this in the front, moving like no, it's moving like this in the front and like this in the rear. Super stiff in the front and super soft in the rear. That really doesn't make sense. But hey, I'm not complaining. Or am I? Let's see. Drive. Am I sitting in the middle of the car? I think I'm bang in the middle of the car, right? That's cool. Already feels good. Let's see. Oh, where's the brake at? What about traction control? No traction control. ABS? No ABS. Alright. Let's see. So this track already suits me more. It's much wider. A lot of oversteer in the rear. You have like the anti-roll bar on 2, but there's oversteer while turning into a corner. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Oh, really bad brakes on this one. Needs a lot of distance to get slowed down. But driving wise, so like how the car behaves over the asphalt, turning in, coming out of corners with the change differential, that's fun. Yeah, but the brakes are really bad. Jesus. Am I locking up again all the time? Or maybe I should put the brake bias a little bit to the rear, maybe like 56. Let's see if that was too much or not. Oh, that's a sharp turn again. But I already can tell you, this is one of the better cars I've driven in AMS2. Just works. Yeah, we could turn the brake pressure up again if I have problems getting the car to slow down, for sure. You see, that's something like... What is the car doing there? How can Reiza go out and say this is the update to rule them all when stuff like this is still happening? That's not what cars are doing. They don't want to spin. Cars are built to stick on the track as much as possible. It's not a drift car. It's not built to have the rear step out all the time. There's so much understeer going on, so much oversteer going on. It's like, huh? This car feels really controllable and I understand what it's doing. But there are still situations like this. Why is there so much oversteer going on? I'm going like 120 and tapping the brakes like just a little bit. And then the rear is, whoa, let's go. Drift car maybe? Yeah, sorry. Maybe I'm just misjudging the braking distance. Braking too late. At the moment. Yeah, but the track is all right. It's like, again, trying to trail brake and the car's just not having it. If you are braking and steering at the same time, the oversteer is too great. There's too much oversteer for being a little bit on the brakes. That's a problem, I think. Ricciardo, it has the potential to be one of the best racing games we ever had. So much potential, but they're claiming again it's the update to rule them all, but what's the Rio doing there? They've done one setup for all tracks. Yeah, that's a problem as well. But the amount of oversteer that there is, I don't think it's a setup problem. It's like it's not how the car should behave. At least in my eyes. Maybe that's how cars behave and I just don't know because it's not like that in any other sim. And I'm not saying that I completely dislike Automobilista 2. I don't. I like Automobilista 2. It's my, I think, third most played sim. I have more hours in Automobilista 2 than in iRacing and in R-Factor 2, and I like the game. There's a lot of fun to have with it, but still they claim to be at the end of the road while still having problems like that. Again, I'm on the brakes, I'm releasing them, I'm turning in. And this time it worked, but I was really slow, to be fair. Maybe I'm just too... what's the right word for it? Too harsh with my pedal inputs? So that I have to be a bit more sensitive with inputs? Well, the car I do like. It's a fun car to drive. I think that's one of the cars, or a good car to have racing with. It's not too fast, not too slow. Again, this corner, steering into it. Handling feels floaty. I don't know. I like the feeling of this car. I understand what it's doing. Just in really tight turns, when you brake into them and you start steering, the rear is stepping out so fast you can't react to it. Counter steering is nothing you can do. If you go in the corner like this, it's understeer, 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 and then oversteer, oversteer, oversteer. The car doesn't want to turn most of the cases. Don't steer into corners and you won't spin. Okay, good advice. Let's try that. Next turn, I won't steer. Let's see if that works. 150, 100. Let's brake. No steering. Oh no, I'm missing the corner. Oh, how unfortunate. I tried my best. Didn't work out. Maybe a little bit of steering next time. And the camera settings are really important to get connected to the car. That's true. I didn't spin. That's true. You're a wizard, Harry. Going to the beach. It's a beach party, guys. Just look at that. I just don't feel comfortable going into slow turns because either I'm understeering into oblivion, or I'm slowing so much down that the rear starts to, yeah, you're going like 20 miles an hour. That's really fast. I'm going to step out, guy. I don't get it. Just don't get it. What is what the game wants me to do there? Should I go really slow and then turn in at the latest possible moment to get the corner, or should I brake earlier and then go a little bit faster into the turn? God. I don't feel it yet. Cars don't have any weight. Yeah, so weight transfer is not that great. That's true. That's much better in ACC. Maybe the problem is that I'm not using the accelerator to counteract the oversteer. Maybe that's something that will help. Bounce Castle Simulator. See that? I just can't make the turn. The car just doesn't want to steer. Even though I have like 14 anti-roll bar in the front. It's so stiff in the front, it should rotate. Yeah, or you could do it like that. Just drift around all corners. Maybe the problem is the car, maybe. But I had the same issue with the stock car before. Again, lift off oversteer there. Looks like I'm on ice. Like ice on Argentinian tracks. Ice on Argentinian tracks. I'm melting away on this cloudy day. Maybe I just have to go more aggressive. Maybe that will help. Let's see. I will try to go aggressive now. But this is the best track of the three, I think. The scrub noise is just the worst. Yeah, it's not my favorite noise as well. Brake, brake, brake. Yeah, going aggressive. Violent oversteer on throttle. Yeah, I think I overshot a bit with the brake balance as well. Maybe let's go 58. I was on 54 right now. Maybe not jump 4 settings. Let's go one at a time. I like the car. I really like the car. Such a unique ride. It's responsive. When I'm trying to be aggressive into a turn on how I learned to sim race, it's just not working and it's so frustrating. It's like when I want to be quick in this game, I have to learn everything new. Maybe that's more realistic. I don't know. Haven't driven a real race car yet. But it's just everything I learned so far from other games is not working. It's just not. Press the pause button. Super rear heavy, you have to keep it stable with the throttle. Yeah, seems like it. Yeah, I'm giving that a try now. Being more... pliant with the throttle when the rear steps out. Seems to help. But really, does it make sense? Counteract oversteer with throttle? A bit, maybe. Yeah, but that helps. If you step on the throttle, it just stops. That was too fast. Really difficult as well to judge the amount of speed you have. Maybe let's try another car. The car in particular is weird. It's the weight distribution. Which car isn't weird, Francisco? You mean like GTE cars? GTE cars maybe a bit too big for that track, right? GTR grade. Oh, that's right. DPI. Yeah, maybe too fast as well. Group A. We'll see. Let's check out if I get more control of the GTE car. Front engine car. Which one? Slammed stock car. Which one? Edit the setup. Let's go down 75. Oh, preload is already on 110. Nice. Power and coast 65 and 40. It's not a whole lot. 40, right? On coast. Let's go 50. 65 seems reasonable. What about the roll bars on 9 and 3? For this track, seems like a good call. Maybe go a bit softer in the rear with the Porsche. Let's give it a try. Yeah, much more responsible. Responsive, not responsible. Far less oversteer. Green track, AMS2 is the most icy simulator out there at the moment. I haven't checked that. I think it's on optimum, but I don't know. Again, this corner. Going like a breeze. So the car I tested was just like bad. Big problem of AMS2. That many of the cars that are in the game are not really functioning that well. So the GTE car is fine. Feels good. Maybe not as detailed as I would say driving a GT3 in ACC or driving anything in AC, which is my main sim. Oh, this corner is just really tight. Oh, there's the damage model. Ay, 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 ay. Just look at that. Completely demolished my front. Ooh, it works, guys. Let's see if we can still drive. Do people play these tracks on oddball cars in multiplayer? Oh, the sound as well. Oh, the camera angles changed. It's still drivable. Told you the damage was there. Yeah, it is. Looks awesome. But it's still... It's almost like there is no damage. It's just like the steering wheel is a little bit on the... on the crooked side, I would say. Everything else works fine. P3 Brazilian tracks some nights. Yeah, nice. I think if you're really choosing to become an AMS2 full-time player, or at least play it regularly with friends, then this sim can really become something you cherish, because if you take your time learning the ins and outs, it's really giving. Especially if you're into setup work. I think you can find a lot of time and of course comfort. No, not comfort. Confidence. A lot of confidence in driving if you find the right settings. Because the stock setups are just, yeah, really bad. Okay, again this corner. Take it really slow. Yeah, but the car's still too drivable, I would say. Into the box. But yeah, GTE worked just fine. You're jumping between AMS2, Alpha 2 and AC. Alright. Yeah, so I'm playing a lot of Assetto Corsa. It's my favorite game because it gives you so much. All those different tracks, all those different cars, and basically everything you drive feels believable. Of course, there are some mods that are for the trash can, but most of the stuff is really good. So I really want to check the Caterham. I'm a huge fan of those in AC. Maybe let's go. Let's see what grade the tracks are. Velocity. What grade am I looking at? Grade 4. Snetterton. So it's not grade 4. It's maybe ungraded even. Yeah, Cordoba is ungraded. Which makes sense. It's one of them. The last one we just drove is that. Yeah, That's a grade 2 track. All right. Makes sense. AC settled in as your favorite sim at the moment. Yeah, no surprise. It's my favorite sim as well. But hey, I think that AMS2 is a lot going for it, especially if you're into South American tracks and cars. There's no better sim for that. So the Argentinian tracks, they are alright, I would say. So my favorite track in AMS2 is DRS. Really like this track. There's no polished version for Assetto Corsa, sadly. Not as polished as this one, at least. And then, of course, Road America. Awesome, awesome track. So I wanted to test the... Caterham. Let's do it on Alton Park. Always a good combination. GT1. Yeah, GT1 cars are also really great. They are also in Assetto Corsa, some of them, but not Kuno's finest work, I would say. Really like this. Let's see. Caterham magic. Woo. Oh, I was not in the setup menu. Yeah. Let's check it out, how the default setup is. It's slidey. Again. The graphics look bad now in R-Factor 2. I don't think so. I think the graphics in R-Factor 2 are fine. They can hold their ground. Maybe not the prettiest game, but especially the original content from Studio 397 is looking good. You're driving a league with the RSS. Mirror World, I'm currently working on a video for my channel. Comparing the RSS Formula Hybrid 2022 to the VRC Formula Alpha, and I have to say the RSS is really bad in comparison. Can't compete. My opinion, of course. And it's not like that I dislike the RSS Formula Hybrid. It's still a really good mod, but no match for the VRC. Woo! Too slidey again, the car. And I'm running my own league as well, so yeah, I have plenty of racing, my guys. Just look at that. I'm turning, I'm braking, and the car just says, nope, not gonna do that. Turns a bit box. So yeah, they promised a lot again, but they did not really deliver in my eyes. It still has many of the same problems it had before. It's not a bad game, but it's not the best either. Where's the brake stuff? Here it is, 90%. Go on down, 75. Can't turn the roll bar any softer. Yeah, the RS is a little forgiving in comparison. It is. It's casual. It's like they ported the F1 cars from F1 22. Even if you just stomp into your accelerator out of a corner. Yes, there will be violently oversteer out of the turn, but you do like this, whoop, and then it's caught. No worries. If you do that with the VRC, you're done. Your race is over. Such a big difference. AMS2 is the best default sim now, in your opinion? No. No. The best default sim, so that you don't have to install anything additionally. Then I would say it's ACC. ACC is the better default sim. You're almost sure the track is not rubbered in. Where can I check that? Let's exit. Should be something you have to set anywhere. Francesco, tell me. You're Italian, right? Was it just the Italian name? Time progression of live track. Default progressing. Set will take the rubber state from the previous session. Or the green preset. Oh yeah. Damp green, light rubber, medium rubber, heavy rubber. So it should be heavy rubber, right? Track rubber doesn't work. It was broken after an update. So heavy rubber should be the best, right? Heavy. Yeah, maybe that's also a problem I have with the game. Like always driving without any rubber. And then complaining that the game is bad. Do I really want to drive that yet? No. Let's go for my favorite, where it is. Where are you, my friend? Here it is. With the one and only McLaren style. Let's go for a cool track. Montreal. I love Montreal. Let's go. Drive the first car again. What was the first car today? The stock car. Did I have to go back again? I have to check if it's rubbered in or not. Sorry, guys. But that has the highest priority now. Hey, maybe that fixes Automobilista 2 for me. Just to think about it. Okay, it is heavy rubber. Try one of the other cars again to see if it was because of the rubber. Yeah, makes sense. Just give me a second driving my favorite car. Just 1 or 2 laps. And then we'll check check again with one of the cars I had problems with. Let's see. Just listen to that. Lock up. What? Not too much braking. You always try this game and then you're frustrated and just go Nordschleife on the Assetto Corsa. Yeah, that's always a good plan. You could go for Nordschleife in this game. So driving this car is always a breeze. My favorite car in AMS2. But I have to say the GTE cars were good as well. Were fun as well. Moin Elvish, welcome. The brakes are too good now. Braking far too early. Really difficult to get this to the limit. Not feeling it yet. Oh, big oversteer. Can you have the drink? You mean like drink button? Let me press it. And this pops up. Don't forget to hydrate, my guys. And girls as well. One more lap. Yeah, AC has bad AI, sadly. I think that would be something that modders could fix as well, but no one tried yet. Which I'm really baffled about. Why did nobody try to fix the AI in AMS2? If you fix the AI in AMS2 and put it on Patreon, you're rich. €1 a month and you're rich. Yeah, drink is on now. I'm drinking. Can't you see that I'm drinking right now? So, even my favorite car in this game doesn't... I don't feel as connected to the car as I'm in AC, for example. Doesn't feel the same way. Don't have the same connection for car and track. No, Kimmy, you will not have to drink. But yeah, let's check it out if I can now drive this the stock car we tried earlier. Yeah, there is some custom stuff for the AI, but it's not like a completely new AI. It's more like new features, like they go in the pits, and if they have a crash, they go into the pits and resume the race and stuff like that. But that's not a new AI. They don't have any new behavior on track. That's what we need. That they start thinking. What should we race on? Telagos? Let's see. Car track connection feels worse. Yeah. That's the biggest issue I have. Don't feel really connected to the things happening in front of my eyes. And so it's more like not just running. It's more like walking with your eyes squinted and it's dark. And you have to see where I'm putting my feet now. That's the problem. Don't know if I can express my feelings right, but yeah, here we go. Advanced setup. Let's go. Brake pressure. 75 again. Yeah, let's put the coast a little bit up. to 55. And the power to 65. Reload to 110. Done. Let's go. Let's see. Maybe like this. I never really had a problem with the AI in AMS2. They're not the smartest, yes, but... Wow, this is just so bad. What is going on with those stock cars? Am I driving like with 200 into the turn but not noticing because I don't have the feeling for the speed? It just feels so slow. I'm going 120 going into the turn. Maybe my field of view is just completely wrong. Could be a problem as well. Can't make any turns. No, don't feel that car. Even with more rubber. I feel like I have more grip now. And the oversteer isn't that violent as before. But still. Just look at that. Where's the grip? Dudes. What the hell? As I say, I'm not sure if my field of view is alright. I think it's at 52 at the moment, which should be right with the screen size I have and the distance to my eyes. But yeah, tires are cold. I just spun like 3 times. How can my tires be cold? Reset the setup for each car? How do you mean that? Isn't it like when I start a session there's a default setup loaded? Loop, I am your grandma, so be more polite to your grandparents. It's like, what is the car doing? This would 100% be an almost flat turn with this car. Have to lift off completely. That I even have a chance of making the turn. This is not driving, this is just sliding around, hoping for something to happen. Maybe try that on this car. Okay, let's do it. Can't get any worse. Edit setup. Where can I reset to default? Yes. Okay, it's reset to default. Only thing I'm doing is getting the brake pressure down. Won't do anything else. And drive. Are you using default dates? I don't think so. Up the rear wing to make it more drivable. It's not like I just started with Simracing yesterday. I can't handle an aggressive setup. My tires are ice cold. Why can't I leave the pits with warm tires? Do I have to go to time attack mode for that, or? Looks totally different to when I'm driving. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me, my game, my settings. But I feel really disconnected with this car. Really disconnected. Time trial. Let's try it. Time trial mode. There it is. Stock car. Interlagos. Oh, it's the same combination even. Let's go. Then we were already going over the FFP settings. Old driver gets old tires. I'm not that old. Come on, true. I may be Loop's grandma, but I'm not that old. This is where you quit and load up AC with the hot new mods too. Francisco, is that a problem with the session being at an older date? What changed since 2020? Can you tell me? Where can I change it? Car, track, start. But it's winter. So what? Not sure why the date would be a problem. Alright. Ah, because of the cold tires, maybe. Yeah, okay. I'm getting a like from Loop because I'm his grandma. Yeah, that's how that works. Let's see. Yeah, if I race in winter, it's gonna be colder. Makes sense. I don't get it. Now the tires are warm. And it's still stepping out like this. It's crazy. Yeah, the cold tires were definitely an issue. So with hotter tires, there is more grip. But still, stuff like this happens. Why? Why did the rear do that? It's just like, why am I sliding down the hill and now I'm just hitting the accelerator like a tiny bit and the rear just steps out and you're gone. You wanna love it, but these issues keep people away. Yeah, that's a problem. I really just can't get into the position where I start enjoying hot lapping with this car because I don't understand what's going on. There's just not the connection in my brain, or something is missing because one setting is maybe wrong somewhere. But look at that. Why is there no grip in that turn? Let's just have a breather for a second. And I show you the same car, basically the same car, and the same track in Assetto Corsa. Tires should be automated by Veda, yeah. Basically the same car. Same track. The Lagos already chosen here. but wrong graphic settings. Did some recording yesterday. The Stock Car Brazil in iRacing, it's a slide fest until you get the tires to work. No, I was not running in 2019, but that's the only mod I have for AC. Oh, it's really dark. Where's the day at? There it is. There's no force feedback. That worked well. Why is there no force feedback? Why is it set on controller? Huh? What are you doing, mate? Just give me a second. What wheel am I using? It's the Moza R9. FFB settings in the wheel. Yeah, I think the settings in my software are quite good. Worked perfectly fine for all the other games, so. Next try. Happened to you yesterday as well. Ah, just look at that screenshot. That's it, of course, that's such a sexy game. Oh, and I forgot to do the time again. There we go. So much better. I feel the connection. Oh my god, it's there. I feel what the car's actually doing. So strange. Why is that in AMS2 that it feels so different to everything else? I'm not sliding into the turn. I can go on the throttle again. Turn doesn't feel as narrow as it is in AMS2. So just so strange. Cars feel so big in comparison. It's not like that I can't drive a car. And there's some oversteer in this car as well. Just look at that. Not a problem to catch that slide. Huh? A little bit too early on the brakes. The car I'm racing with has more aero. Yeah, but that's not really the problem I'm having with AMS2. That the car I was driving with has a little less aero. In general, my favorite class of racing. That's a tricky one. I do love me some GT racing. But if I had to choose what my favorite class is, it's like slower open wheelers like F2, F3, F4. That's where it's at. And slower GT cars as well, like GT4 and upwards. Really awesome races. But I like GT1 as well and other stuff, so yeah. Let's get back into AMS2. This is an AMS2 stream, not an Assetto Corsa one. Just want to show you that it's not like I don't understand how cars work. But stating that this is the one to rule them all is really an overstatement. A really big one. They're still struggling with the same issues. And if that is their big update for physics with cars that have slicks, then they missed the mark again, in my eyes. Really sorry to say it again. I know there are a lot of loving fans out there that really are into Automobilista 2, and I get why. It has so much to offer. What is it saying? Looking for multiplayer. Oh, I'm not trying to go into multiplayer. Go to time trial. Don't want to do that as well. Yeah, Simracing is super subjective in the end, of course. It's my opinion. Doesn't have to be yours. You can love the game to death, and I would be the happiest guy on earth if you have a good time with a racing game. Because that's what in the end counts. Do you have fun with it or not? Maybe let's drive one of the Brazilian prototypes next. And I want to check one thing. Oh, let's go for Imola. Love Imola. Before we start, let's go into the options. Visual. No, not visuals. It's so many sub-menus. Cameras. So, my cockpit camera is at the moment at 52. Field of view speed sensitivity. Is that something you guys would recommend? Speed sensitivity? I forgot to change the scene again. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot. Indeed. Is it something you would turn on? 52. Maybe let's go to 64 or something like that. No speed sensitivity. All right. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm running the highest graphical settings. How's it feeling? Not so great for me, Gonzo, sadly. I don't dislike it, but it still has many of the same problems it had before. Yeah. Let's try that. Yeah, it's quite a bit different. You have to adapt to it. I think that's a good observation or a good summing up of things. Oh, I'm always going into the wrong menus. I hate it so much. Let's go back up with the FAX a bit. Maybe that will help. Maybe even having a higher gain. 70 or so. Let's see, time trial. Where can I change the date? Display? Display? No. Where can I change the date for time trial? How can I... You can't change date on time trial. Can I only change it in racing? And then it adapts to that? Default date, current date. You go to current date. Dave. I'll try. Oh. Can change it on single race or test day. That's super. That's so bad. And it went back to 2020. Didn't even saved it. Use default date. Yeah, I do. It's crazy. Oh, this menu as well. So easy to click the wrong stuff. Done. Rear downforce, front downforce, both on 6. What's the max? 10. 12. Maybe like run it like that. More downforce, maybe that's the problem. Yeah, AMS2 can be a killer on a DD wheel. In the wrong moment, it may snap your wrist. You guys should always take care of yourself when playing with a direct drive in this game. That's realistic, bruv. Yeah, the field of view change helped, I would say. It's better this way. Wow. Still a lot of oversteer. Oh. Sailing across the chicane, alright. I think the mirror world labs, the force feedback in AC feels so good because it's not so complex. So other games like ACC, for example, or even Automobilista 2 have a much complexer system calculating stuff in the background like AC does. And everything that AC is calculating is just on point. That's why it feels so great. It's not like it's the most realistic sim of all time, especially with something like pants of seat effect, which has nothing to do with what you actually feel in a real race car. That's why ACC doesn't have it any longer. But it gives you all the tools to feel what the car is doing on track, and it just is fun. But yeah, I think we have AMS2 now to a point where I can enjoy the driving. The field of view was really something big for me, but still, this car has so much oversteer. Why would a small prototype have that much oversteer? Doesn't make any sense. And the brakes are just bad, super bad. Turn on the brake bias again. seat of pants using SimHub. This car has traction control? This car even has traction control and it feels like beep out of corners. How is that even possible? Where's the traction control? Where is it? Shouldn't it help me have traction out of a turn like here? Crazy. The Porsche was fine. Best car I've driven today. But you can't judge a game by one car. So the GTEs are fine. Not perfect, but drivable. I can't make the chicane. I just can't. Can't brake for it. My usual braking marker is just not working. Yeah, the traction control is on and working. It's set to 6. Yeah, but that's a problem. It's only like a handful of cars that really get the best out of the sim. Let's check the GT1. Was suggested so many times. The Mercedes, maybe. I guess that's already the best livery, right? Yeah, I think so. Well, that's a good track. Can't hook up the car mid-corner. Yeah, that's the problem. Really can't. The Ginetta in the P1 is also nice to have. Yeah, bad. The newer cars, basically. The newer cars are good to drive. The old ones aren't. I'm not playing AMS2 for the first time today. That's not what I'm doing here. I don't have to test all the tracks. I know the tracks. Oh yeah. That already feels good on the straight. Let's see. What story is the corner stuff? Oh, still a lot of oversteer. I really try to get a grip of the power levels with the differential, but still a lot of oversteer coming out of turns. But that car feels good. Good to drive. It's the first day I installed Steam. Just because I'm Loop's grandma doesn't mean that I don't know Steam. Yeah, that car's nice to drive. I agree. I feel connected. It happened. But not here. Can't do the chicane. Why can't I brake for the chicane? That's the fastest you went all day, Grandma. Yeah, thank you, grandchild. I can't brake. I'm on the brakes like 90%. And there's no lockup. Or I'm missing it. I can't brake. I just can't. Maybe setting the braking pressure down to nothing is the mistake. Let's restart the session. Tuning the setup. Advanced setup. Brake pressure. Let's put it back up again to maybe, yeah, 90. Also default, I think. Oh. You're braking way too late. Have you ever driven with any other car on this track? If that's too late, then I don't know. Maybe try the car before lowering the brake sensitivity. I already did try and I... Oh, you mean like... Yeah, right, loop. It just sounded like it's a given that you have to lower the braking pressure for brakes to work in this game. So I just trusted you. But apparently you guys lied to me, so... Yeah, there we go. Now I'm locking up. At least I'm locking up. That's something I can work with. Let's see if I can get the chicane this time. Yeah, cut. Yeah, but this car is awesome. Really awesome. Best car in the game. Yeah, almost. Almost felt good. Next lock up. One more to the rear. Yeah, but still there's stuff going on I can't explain. I think you can't compare the AMS2 GT1s to the AC GT1s. Do I have damage now? I do. Thought this was time trial mode. Shouldn't I reset every lap? Time trial has damage on all the time. 1 hour as a viewer is forever. It's not my first hour on AMS2. Guys, come on. Get a grip. I made like 6 videos already on the channel. Waiting for the race to start. There will be no race! Just me testing the physics update. Really difficult to brake downhill with this car. Yeah, but you feel like you can't slow the car down enough, and then when you're giving a little bit more of brake, it already locks up. Oh, you were talking about gamer muscle. I still don't feel comfortable with the car. That's very wrong. Okay, I have some damage now. That maybe be a problem as well. But I still feel like I can't trust that thing. It's not 100% doing what I want. This is time trial mode. So it's not practice or quali. Yeah, driving the Mercedes is alright. Best experience of the day. But still. A lot of stuff going on under the hood of this engine. That feels strange to me. Terrell, the problem is the physics update that will come with 1.4 is already deployed to all cars that have slicks. And I'm testing them right now, so don't get your hopes up for 1.4 as the big thing, the big physics update, because the physics are already in this version. Just not on every car and every tire model. Can't make my usual braking spot. Sad times. Okay, one more car, one more track for today. What should I test? You guys were saying the Porsche GT1. Is there anything else? DPI was called a lot of times. Maybe the Ginetta P1. Corvette. Porsche GT1. Porsche Cup car. Road America, if you have it. Yeah, I have Road America for all the DLC. It's a good track, definitely. DPI is good. Wasn't DPI the car that Jimmy drove in his big review of AMS2? And now, I think even Reiza sued. No, I don't want to say something I don't know. But they had problems with Jimmy. Real problems with Jimmy, saying that he doesn't like the game. Where's the DPI? Am I missing it all the time? What's the logo even looking like? There it is, DPI. Lotus Sprint Race server, dude. No, I don't feel like having a fully fledged race now. I do feel like Road America should be interesting in DPI. Let's go. The fact that he's a streamer doesn't make his opinion more valuable than of other users. Yeah, that's a true statement. But they really got into a fight with Jimmy, I think. But I'm not sure, and I don't want to spread any rumors, so. Alright, default setup, DPI. Check it out. one tire in the grass. Yeah, the DPI is also a good car. Maybe even better than the Mercedes. Oh, until you do something like that. So it's really dependent on what car you drive. The newer the car, the better the game feels like. Even the braking is better. How is that even possible? But the thing is, the 2022 stock cars are brand new. Why do they feel like bull? While this is totally fine and drivable. Is it because of the downforce levels and there's just some really crazy downforce calculation going on? '22 stocks are awful. Because Mark, and he's a friend of mine, he swears on the 22 stock cars. They're his favorite cars in the game. But this is all right. I wouldn't say it's peak sim racing, but it's drivable, at least. Even with some cold tires. Why are the tires always that cold in this game? Are the pressures so bad? The stock pressures? Best laps of the day, yeah. Still not prime sim racing, but oh, too much risk into that turn. Let's see how fast I can go. Got a bit on the grass there. It's alright. Me looking behind if there are other drivers on my time trial mode. Too early on the brakes. Not trusting the vehicle yet. The oversteer on throttle is so much more controlled in this car. Why is there such a big difference? This car doesn't even have traction control. Oh, it does. Why does the DPI have traction control? Really? Does it have traction control in real life? Oh, braking again on the grass. Not really a good idea. So I'm still misjudging how big my car is. That's also a big problem of mine in this game. I always feel like the cars are too big for the track. $155.5. One more try. Later braking. It's the first time today I feel comfortable enough with the car and track to go for a hot lap. That tells really a lot about the update. It's not the one to rule them all. Definitely not. But you have to see that Reiza is not asking for the same amount of money than others do. Not talking about ACC in their pricing, so I think they're pretty fair with pricing. But if you compare it to iRacing, Affect 2, Race Room has a really good price to content ratio. But hey. You can adjust the field of view in the menu, Nemesis. It's not that not that hard. F1 cars are good. Yeah, but only if you haven't played the awesome mods in Assetto Corsa. I think those are the best F1 cars we have right now, especially the VRC Formula Alpha, best car there is in Assetto Corsa. So yeah, final verdict, guys. It's not the one to rule them all, definitely not. The 3 new tracks are maybe not for everybody. The Grade B one is alright. The other 2 are really small tracks, not really suitable for a whole lot of cars. Maybe slower ones will profit from them more. How are the new physics? I can't really say that the physics have improved that massively, like claimed. It's like the same speech we have like for 2 years now. It's improving, it's getting better. They're on the right path. But are they really? Are they on the right path? Who's to tell? There are some cars that feel good. They do make fun driving. But there are also a lot of cars that just feel wrong. They feel so wrong on so many levels that it's really hard to be a full-fledged sim racer only in AMS2. That you say, yes, AMS2, I'm not driving anything else. And it's a shame because you can do so many great stuff with the weather system and endurance racing, multi-class stuff, and the AI is getting better and better. But yeah, it's still not my favorite racing game. And I think they still have a long way to go with the physics to get it to a point where every car feels great. Just in comparison, Rennsport is not even a final product yet. They only showed us the alpha state version of the game and it already felt better than AMS2. Everything I drove today, not only the cars I dislike, also the cars I like. That tells a lot, I think. So yeah, if you're an AMS2 fan, love you guys. Really passionate community. behind the game and enjoy the game as much as you do, because if you like it, then don't let anybody else tell you to dislike it. It's a subjective matter if you like a force feedback system, if you like how cars feel to drive. So if you like it, enjoy it with all your heart. Drive in all the sim racing leagues out there. Get the word out that you're an AMS2 fan. But yeah, it's not my cup of tea. I'm still hanging around with Assetto Corsa until something else drops, maybe Rennsport or Assetto Corsa 2. Or maybe Assetto Corsa will get even greater with even more and better and improved mods, so we'll see, we'll see. The oldness of AC at its core is holding it back. Yes, Robert, that's the only problem Assetto Corsa has, that it gets older. Yeah, that the base game is really old and tracks look like crap, and you need a lot of filters and stuff to make it look good and stuff like that. That needs a lot of computing power as well. Yeah. You feel like you can never push it to the limit. Yeah, I can't either. You just saw that. I can't. You think Rennsport is going to be the new benchmark? I think they have to prove themselves first before somebody can claim something like that. I think they have the highest potential of any racing game at the moment, of the existing ones and the ones that are to come, like we already know of. I think that Simbin and Sector 3 are working on something new. So the race room developers, because they joined forces and created a new studio called how was it called? KW Studios or something like that. I don't know the name yet. I don't know the name right now. There's a video on the channel if you want to check it out. Maybe they're working on GTR 3. This could be a potential next good game for GT Racing. Then there's, of course, Assetto Corsa 2 coming our way in maybe 2 years. We have ACC, R-Factor 2, Automobilista 2, Assetto Corsa. But if you look into the future, I think Rennsport has all the cards in their hand. They have a lot of money, apparently. I don't know where it's coming from, but they have good money, good cash flow. They have already big brands on board, like Porsche and BMW, that had even cars on the Rennsport Summit standing there, and also on Goodwood and stuff like that. So they're traveling around, getting the word out really early, getting feedback from all the pros and content creators and stuff. So marketing wise, they're really, really good. And with the direction of having different cars, different tracks. So we already saw GT3, Hockenheimring, a track that not every racing game has. We saw Goodwood, we saw that electric car. So there's not only going to be GT3 racing, it will have some modding support and the possibility for people to earn money with the game, which is just crazy and has so much potential. And then them claiming, yeah, this is going to be an online racing first game. So multiplayer is the key point. It holds all the cards. It's going to release next year, Fav. It's going to release next year, and there's going to be a closed beta this year, at the end of this year. So we'll see more Rennsport gameplay at the end of the year. And they were at Goodwood now, and people I saw at the Rennsport Summit played it again, and they already told, yeah, they improved. It got better already. So really curious to see. Rain coming too, yeah. I think they will have rain races. But hey, we don't know a whole lot about Rennsport yet. But it has by far the biggest potential of every racing game at the moment. Could be the next big thing. Oh, the only problem I see at the moment, oh, there's some problems, but the biggest problem I see at the moment are with the graphics. Yes, it's Unreal 5, ported from Unreal 4. They started developing on Unreal 4. But you know how ACC looks like. It's a good looking game, but only if you don't look too close. There are a lot of problems with ghosting and with artifacts because the engine is just not made for racing games. And ACC got better with that along the way. There are still some problems, but Rennsport is still at the beginning of the development, and you see that it's really rough around the edges at the current state. So I don't know if the Unreal Engine was the best choice. We'll see. No AI is a big downside. Yeah, we don't know if it will have AI or not. No info on that yet. The problem of iRacing is other people. No, the problem of iRacing is that the monetization model is just unfair for everybody. I'm setting the bar really high for Rennsport. My hopes for Rennsport are just high. I don't know if they will deliver on that. I won't cry if they don't, but I will cheer definitely if they do. But just to say that again, there's no connection between Overtake and Rennsport, because a lot of people thought, just because we were the first to report on it, that there's a connection between us and Rennsport. There definitely isn't. So we just saw that they were searching for people on LinkedIn, and we were like, hey, Rennsport, what's that? We are creating a racing game, and here's our homepage. And I clicked on the homepage and saw all the information. I was like, I have to do a video, and it's going to be done by tomorrow noon. And I had like 6 hours to do the video. Got that one out. That's the first. But there's no connection. Not at all. You try iRacing like once a year. I'm not the biggest iRacing fan either. I think it's a great simulation, and they updated a lot. So force feedback and damage model and stuff like that is superb. I think the feel for braking is so good in that game. You can just... They have really cool AI as well. And of course the online features are super. But I personally have a bad feeling recommending this game or playing the game in stream or making videos about it when I know that there are young children watching this, like 14-year-olds that don't have access to their own money yet, and they go to their parents and say, hey, there's this really awesome simulation, it's like real racing, it's so realistic, I want to play it, give me some money. They spend a lot of money per month for this game and on cars and tracks, like hundreds of euros, and they get a simulation that is not substantially better than any other. So they could buy a Assetto Corsa for 15 bucks, have 200 tracks and cars, and get everything else there is with a mod. That's why I'm not doing a lot of iRacing content, because I really feel bad. I love iRacing. It's a great sim, and I love the online system and stuff, and the competition factor of it, but the monetization model is holding me back of doing more content on it. But hey, we have Emily now on the team, and she loves iRacing, and she's doing all the great iRacing content in the future, so there you go. New iRacing video from her this week. If I'm getting the post-production done tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, and I love Race Room. Race Room is such a great sim, but I can't look at it more than 2 hours. After that, I'm like, oh, it looks so bad. Just so, it's the ugliest sim we have. That's my problem with Race Room. Other than that, it's alright. Needs some more players. Kraken, the thing is, the monetization gets fairer if you're a player for like 6, 7, 8 years and you have most of the content you want to race with. Then it's, oh, there's a new track. Okay, I'm gonna buy it for 12 bucks. That's not an unfair monetization model. But if you're new to the game, you have to invest like 500 euros or dollar or whatever to race 2 or 3 different racing series and choosing a car you like. So yeah, not a big fan. King of microtransaction, basically. But they're not micro, yeah. In VR, Race Room looks okay, yeah, for sure. VR changes your perception on what looks good and what's not. Because everything looks real if you're living it. Like you're right in it. My problem with VR is it's so hard to do content with. And maybe you have noticed, but I have a really long nose. And the headset is pressing down on this part of the nose all the time. And I really have pain after half an hour or playing an hour. So, yeah. And my PC is not the most powerful either. I'm planning on building a new PC when the new RTX series launches, but yeah. Gonna cost me $2,000 and run VR basically in okayish graphic settings. Can you be more specific about your opinion of FFB between AMS2 and AC? They are completely different. So FFB and AMS2 and AC are 2 completely different pairs of shoes. It's not like if you like AMS2, you will like AC or the other way around. They're just 2 different. And my problem with AMS2 is that I don't feel like I'm connected with the car. I do get the feeling of understeer and oversteer, and it's possible to catch slides and stuff like that. But it's not like I feel like I'm the one controlling the car. It's the other way around. The car's controlling me and forcing me to give it inputs. And in AMS, in Assetto Corsa, I'm giving the car inputs, and it's giving me a reaction I can counteract. So, sorry if I can't get my point clearer across, but that's how I feel about it. And also, in Assetto Corsa, there's so many different cars to drive, like Formula cars and prototypes and GT cars, and really awesome mods from all different kinds of studios, really awesome paidware, but a lot of good freeware as well. And it's almost never like you load up a car and you don't feel connected to it. And in Automobilista too, it's like 90% of the cars are not good. And 10% of the car okay. So yeah, that's at least my feeling I have with Automobilista 2. Yours may vary, so if you can get it on the cheap, I think it's on sale at the moment on the Steam Summer Sale. Check it out, why not? Champion Joe has a nice ring to it. Yeah, thank you. I think my best idea so far. Maybe after asking my wife to marry me. But like right after that, coming up with the name Champion Joe. Because I'm from Germany and people are not called Joe here. So it's not really a nickname people gave me. It's more a nickname I gave to myself. Because I'm actually called Jonas. That's my name. Netcar Pro? Is that a karting sim or? ACC is overhyped in your opinion. It's good. Has its issues as well. Its tire temperature, tire pressure simulation sometimes gets old quick. I think you're right. ACC has some problems, but I think that ACC is one of the best simulations of racing overall. So it really feels believable. And if you ever have done a multi-class race, endurance race in ACC over like 6-8 hours, and you have a stint of maybe 1 hour 10 minutes, 1 hour 20 minutes, so, a lot of time, and you come in, get a fresh pair of tires and go out again, and you're like, wow, how could I not feel that I was lacking so much grip? And you come out of the pits and you smash your best time with the fresh tires. That's one of the best feelings I ever had in racing, and that's only ACC gave me that yet. So the basis of simulation is really great in that you have this huge variety of different cars to drive that all feel different. It's all GT3, but every car in ACC feels so completely different to drive. It's crazy. So I think ACC is a really, really good game. Not my favorite. That's still AC, but ACC is great. All right. I would say that's it for it today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for all the messages in the chat. Was really a blast chatting with you, and all the tips, especially for my AMS2 settings. Hope you liked the stream as well. If so, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and speak to you guys soon. New videos coming your way on the weekend. Maybe we'll have another Formula 1 super short tutorial I'm doing right now, and Emily did record some new stuff for iRacing on the damage model if you don't want to miss it. As I said, get subscribed, and yeah, have a good rest of the week. Speak to you guys soon. Cheers.